everybody happy holidays. It's about time we started the Max City Morning Show. This here's the Max City Morning Show.
We also start pin boards. We have probably 100 private pin boards on ours that we start to pin and we get our clients to pin to, and then we share them with each other. And we'll have another meeting where we sit down and we go through the pins to make sure that what they liked about a certain pin is what we are capturing on the pin. So I've had the experience where I thought I knew what the pin was. I missed the mark. Yeah. So I make sure we sit down and ask them, so what was it about this particular image that captured your attention?
Right.
So that's how we start it. And then we like to take the design and run with it ourselves. And we take approximately 6 to 8 weeks to design a space because, we have budgets, we have aesthetics, we have in stock, all things that COVID are affecting right now.
Yeah, no doubt.
Trying to make sure that we can get something designed in a timely manner. And then if we have to reselect, then we have to reselect. But we try to keep it to a minimum.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's quite the process.
It's quite the process.
Yeah.
Yes.
But your
Most
clients...
of my projects are at the least amount 4 months to a year and a half.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, if they turn out like the one that I saw turned out, hey, take as much time as you want.
It takes some time, but it's worth it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Planning is worth it.
Now, there's something that you shortly mentioned it before. When you live in Moscow, you had 2 children.
Yep.
You have 3 kids now.
I do. Yes. We've got Ava, who's 13, Harlow, who's 11, and then Hendrix, who's 6. Yes.
That's a handful.
They keep us very busy. They're
No
very
doubt.
active.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the pandemic, obviously, the kids have been at home more than they've ever been at home.
Yes.
What are things that you were doing in the community or maybe in your house that are kind of burning your kids' energy? Because I know you fall into the bracket of a lot of parents in town.
Yes. We try to get them outside as much as we can. It's been a very mild winter, so that's been great. We try to go and, get them go skiing, anything that we can get them outside.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, they're inside. My 6-year-old is literally turning my couches into trampolines. I think if you follow me, you'll see this sometimes where he's flipping and, I'm afraid I'll be at the hospital soon.
Yeah.
He's definitely giving me a heart attack a few times.
Yeah.
But, they're running around my house, going stir crazy.
Yeah.
My house is not clean.
That's good to know.
It used to be more clean, but it's certainly not now.
That's
and you
it.
just got to let it happen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my 6-year-old boy Keegan's the same way. He thinks that dad's bed is a trampoline, basically.
Yeah.
Like, that's all it is.
Hendrix asked for a bigger bed last night so he could do his flips.
Right.
Not to sleep in.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay, we have 2 6-year-old little men.
Mm-hmm.
What is he watching on TV right now? Or is he even watching TV? My kid is only like YouTube. Dad, YouTube.
TV's out.
Yeah.
YouTube is in.
Which is crazy.
Crazy. I know.
I don't get it.
It's overrun our house.
Yeah, I'll be like, okay, Keegan, you can have the big TV, you can watch Netflix, like we have Disney Plus, like he has options.
Nope.
And he's just like, no, I just want to watch YouTube, and I try to curb how much time he gets on it just because of attention span. But what's your kid looking on YouTube?
Spider-Man. It's all about Spider-Man.
Okay.
And then anyone who's doing karate or ninja moves, he's obsessed.
Right.
Yes.
Has your kid found out about this kid named Ryan? Ryan's World? Ryan's Toy Review?
Yes.
Have you seen this show?
No. I Mark has seen it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they watch them, other kids playing or other kids opening up these toys.
Yeah.
And I don't get it.
It's nuts. It's awesome.
But they love it.
I looked into the Ryan kid. He made 20 mil last year.
I guess we gotta get a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
20 mil
That's
off
crazy.
Ryan's Toy Review. Yeah, this kid is playing with toys. His family does a little show, but it's mainly toy review.
Yeah.
And he makes his own toys. So for Keegan's birthday, he's like, I want some of Ryan's toys. I'm like, whatever, man.
Then you're looking it up and you're like, okay, what do I need to find?
Yeah, that's exactly it. So it's not just my 6-year-old who is
No,
addicted to YouTube.
absolutely not.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Now, in regards to the business that you just spoke about, you actually have a very interesting past in regards to your education. So let's talk about that because, we were talking a little bit before the show. It's pretty diverse.
Yeah. Well, I started off going to SAIT for computer science. That's not something I should have went into. Learned my lesson. So then I went back to U of S. I went to University of Saskatchewan and got my psychology degree. Then, traveling around the world, having kids, all of that. Then we moved here and decided to get into real estate. The Hartigan name's kind of in the real estate market. So got my real estate license, that's when I got pregnant with Hendrix, so I never really got to practice. Actually, and before that, I got my mortgage license. So I thought I could do, possibly with all the traveling, maybe get my mortgage license and do that abroad or wherever I was living at the time.
Right.
So, yeah, psychology degree, real estate license, mortgage license.
But then you turned your passion into your career, basically.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I don't have any formal education in it, but it's definitely the career choice that I should have gone into. Being from Saskatchewan, you don't really know that interior design is actually a career path.
Right.
So it's not like it was coming to you in these smaller towns that this could be an option for you. The irony is that when I was going to state, I actually lived with an art student who was in the art school right beside state. And I was like, wow, I didn't know you could go to school for that.
Right.
So that was kind of an eye-opener, and it had an interior design. But I, at that time, didn't realize what my options were. But I've always had interior design. I think traveling, living in different homes, always wanting to make my home as comfortable and as I could for our family. It's just been something that's been a passion of mine.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy when you go to school. You don't know what the options are
Exactly.
out there. You
Yeah.
have no idea.
Yeah.
Like when I was in high school, if anybody told me like, hey, you're going to own like a marketing company and make
Right.
YouTube videos and talk to people on sweet green couches, I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, all right,
Sure.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's amazing like what opportunities are out there if you just
Yeah.
like follow your passion, basically.
Exactly. And I mean, it kind of just fell in my lap. The fires happened in 2016, and I was kind of dabbling with the idea of I should start to do something. And, the fires, I was like, I think I can help with this. I didn't know where it was going to take me. I certainly didn't know that it was going to be what it is today. It just kept growing, but it was just something I was like, I can help with this. I can
Yeah.
help people with their homes, and it snowballed.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Now you're killing it. This is just a good conversation in general, but we're going to put you on the spot now a little bit. So
Okay.
it's that time of the show. We're going to do the Mac City Minute.
Okay.
If you haven't seen it before, Tanner's going to ask you 5 questions. Just wrap it off, like anything off the top of your dome. Just,
Okay.
all right.
Sounds great.
You ready? All right, Tanner, hit it with your 5 questions, son.
Question number 1 for you today is what is the place you've been with the most interesting interior design style?
I would say Riga, Latvia. And I say that because Old Town is Old Town Riga, which is very Russian inspired. And then they have the new parts of the city, which is very modern. So the diversity, I was really intrigued with, because you could go in one part of the city and see all the old 100 years old infrastructure. And then you'd go to the new parts and it's severely modern, clean lines, blacks and whites, I just love that diversity. So I would say Riga.
Question number 2 for you. How has being in Fort McMurray been unique compared to all the places you've lived?
I would say it's unique because of the support. Living a very transient lifestyle, you don't open up, you don't get to meet and know people very well. So you're always kind of just up and leaving. Fort McMurray has a great community. I would say that's the best part that I love. People are always willing to help each other out.
Question number 3 for you today. Other than Fort McMurray, what was your favorite place to live?
People might be shocked, but I really loved living in Minneapolis. It's like little Canada. The people are amazing. The city's amazing. It has lake life. It has city life. It has, just everything in one. It's like all the cultures. I loved it.
Question number 4. When you're at home relaxing, what do you do for fun?
I love to read. If I can sit down with 3 kids not coming in at me, I love reading.
And your last question, what was it like constantly moving around North America and the world?
It was a great experience. I do miss it times, but I think when we stopped, I was ready for it to end, because never knowing where you're moving, where you're going, that you have to pack how many suitcases in 2 days, that I didn't miss, but it was exciting, very exciting. But I was ready for it to end at that time.
Those have been your 5 questions.
There you go. Good 5 questions, Tanner.
Thanks, I try.
I like them. All right, so you said people would be surprised about Minneapolis. Why do you think that would be? Like, does it have a bad rap? I've never heard anything about
It doesn't
good or
have
bad about it.
bad rap. I think that people just assume that because we've lived all over, that the Midwest isn't where I would probably choose. But we had great relationships there, friends. The the community was really great. We really could, when we moved back from our stint overseas or wherever we were, we felt very at home and comfortable. Like it felt like Canada.
Okay.
So that's why.
All right. Now, in regards to books, like, I don't want to say, and for everybody at home, I know I'm going to get grief about this. I love to read books, but I don't read books physically. Like,
Yeah.
I listen to them on audiobooks.
Yep.
So I know it doesn't count as reading per se. I
Yeah.
digest knowledge differently.
Mhm.
In regards to the books that you read, though, like, what kind of genre are you into?
Well, I loved, drama, murder mystery, but right now I'm kind of absorbing a lot of business
Okay.
books, self-improvement books. I just read Jessica Simpson's book. Alicia Keys is what I'm working on right now. But everything, I just love the knowledge. So
Okay.
it's more of like self-improvement, biographies, those
Cool.
ones.
Cool. Very cool. All right. Well, unfortunately, we're at the end of the show.
Wow.
But this was easy. So
Good.
I told you, like, people always get nervous when they come here. There's nothing to be nervous about. But I've got some news, Tanner. And I think we're going to have to start a countdown here. On February the 15th, you and I are going to be doing an on-location show. Thickwood Barbershop next to the Black Horse Pub.
That's going to be a fun time for us. Isn't it?
That will be. So Ali and the boys have invited us into their shop. So February 15th, Family Day, we're going to be at Thickwood Barbershop next to the Black Horse. We're going to try to replicate what we have here in regards to the camera equipment anyways. We're not bringing the couches, but February 15th, Thickwood Barbershop next to the Black Horse. Get ready for it. Cool. All right. Well, Melissa, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Feel free to come back anytime you want. I tell all my guests that. This is it's fun. Now you know what it's about. So nerves, totally gone.
Yes.
There we go. Awesome. Now, before you leave, one more time, can you just pitch who you are? Shameless plug. Shameless plug.
All right. It's Melissa Hartigan Design. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, my website, melissahartigandesign.com. Check out what we've done, the work we've done. Follow our stories. Check us out. We'd love to have you.
Cool. There we go. All right, Fort McMurray, once again, my name's Elliot Pierre. This has been the Mac City Morning Show. Thank you very much for tuning in today. And I guess we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
What a deadly old way to end another morning show. Later, boys.
It's so ballistic! Talk about quenching your ugly thirst.